What's up, everybody? Ooh, ooh. Welcome to a Vibey Wednesday. Today it's on the visual end of Wednesday. So Luke is a replicant. No, Luke is a fellow being of flesh and bone, such as myself, a regular human just like you, Kenjamin. I assume, unless you are not, in which case, that's bad, right? That is illegal among your people. I mean, our people. Anyway, thanks for the raid, Jack. Good to see you, Luke and Kenj. Oh yeah, this is the first time I've been drinking out of this mug with my overlay happening. That's fun. Wait, are we all replicants? I don't know, man. Is this is awkward. Oh yeah, I could see the little. I was doing some warm ups yesterday. You can see them messing around with different variations on my current palettes. I like this guy. Looks a little bit like Tony Bourdain. Thank you. I was struggling with the other second face for the warm up, so I stopped. And so here we are. So let's go into my little bag of tricks. Oh yeah, let me get the music playing. You might fall asleep because the beginning of this soundtrack starts with an absolutely precious lullaby. Koji Kondo is a fucking master, dude. He's an absolute master. Hope everybody's day is going well so far. It only gets better from here, baby. Let me know if you need me to adjust levels at all. I'm just moving the green bars until they look right to me. Synths, gentles, and ladymen synths. Yeah. I would consider myself a gentle ladyman. Alright, let's get into it. I'll do a little bit of warming up. Let's go into Black Food business. Still incredibly proud of my Mega Man X2 thumbnail. It's so funny. Alright, let's see. Absolutely not. I'm going to work on the follower.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Thank you. Thank you, Luke. My goal today is to work on the new follower animation. I already started the raid animation. That's fun. Last stream you saw me working on the donation alert, which is coming along nicely. Theoretically, I could finish that, but I want to at least lay the groundwork for some other stuff. So that I will do. Let me get this a little bit lower. This is the soundtrack, as you can see from on the little thing at the bottom of the screen. This is the soundtrack for Yoshi's Island, which is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, which is probably my favorite system. It's like PS2 and Super Nintendo for me. Those are like neck and neck. You were working and then got wrecked by ugly little guys. Oh no! Oh, by the way, I increased due to supply and demand, and really the problem is that Kofi was just taking too much of a cut. I did increase the price for Ugly Little Guy creation to $3.50 instead of the $2, but I think it's still quite reasonable for the quality and ugliness of said little guys that you will be getting. For those of you who don't know, you can hassle me during an art stream by giving me a certain amount of dollars, and you can have up to 7, I think, ugly little guys in one instance for a comparable price, obviously. But you interrupt whatever I'm doing. I have to doodle you an ugly little guy. You have no say as to the quality or appearance, theming, anything of this ugly little guy, hence the roulette segment. You do get to name him after you receive him, though. Receive them. Yes. Not to assume ugly little guys' genders. Anyone can be an ugly little guy if you put your mind to it. Oh, that's so cute. He put winding in the music box into the fucking song. Oh, Koji Kondo-san. You crazy bastard. All right, so I have a couple of ideas that I'm going to storyboard real quick. Woo. Little slow start to today for me, but we're here, man. We are here. Part of me wants to try doing this in Procreate Dreams because I need practice with it, and there are a couple of things that are slightly more intuitive with it, even though as a whole it is a much less complete experience as opposed to Procreate itself, which is like, you know, pretty good. Alright, so first idea. Was there almost all this bullshit on my screen, man? That's what happens when you're a slab. Chat open on my phone too. Might as well. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So my first idea is thus. Let's make the lines a little bit bigger. Move this around. I was thinking about having separate alerts for Halloween, and this is one of the ones that I had in mind for Halloween, but I think it's fun enough that I might just do it anyway for like any time of year. I have a couple of friends. I have a lot of friends who are PNG tubers at this point, and one of them is getting fan art for their PNG tuber, and I'm just like, fuck, no one's gonna make fan art of my face unless it's a cartoon. So I'm just thinking about having the option to do PNG tuber, but also I really don't want to fucking deal with it. So like, I don't know, the ability to become your art. I think for my purposes, my face is kind of an important part of the stream, and I know it is. There's a lot of people who connect more immediately and meaningfully to a real live human face. So it's kind of like mass appeal versus like the neurodivergent crowd loves PNG tubers because, you know, a lot of them relate more to cartoons than to actual humans, which is a mood, and I'm in that club a lot of the time. But thinking about it, I'm just like, maybe I should. Oh, let's go. But yeah, can y'all hear that? Looks pretty quiet. I know for me it adds a level of privacy. Yeah, but like cat's already out of the bag. You know. And I'm you know, I'm aware of the it's one of those things where it's like I gotta risk it for the biscuit, you know. It's like a, you know, a lot of my favorite streamers are not anonymous in any capacity. And like it'd be one thing if I wasn't already a musician and like going out there with Theor, as far as anyone knows my real name, and my face like on full display, but like I'm already there. Who cares, right? I'm a huge advocate and proponent of smoke 'em if you got 'em, You know what I mean? Not that I advocate doing drugs. I'm sober as fuck. I'm so square I'm basically a cube. I'm 6 squares. But I'm a D6, that's how square I am. But anything that you have, I feel like you should use. And so it's kind of hard. It's that causes it to be a little bit difficult to decide for me between like, well, I have the capacity to draw. Maybe I should make myself a cartoon every once in a while as a little treat. Or, I have already shown my face and I make weird, funny faces whether I'm intending to or not. So I might as well use that, right? It's kind of like it's hard to decide. So let's do a little rougher because I got too precious with it because it's a storyboard. My strange Dorito body. What's up, Hot Dog Suit? Good to see you, bud. Hope you are doing well. How's your morning going so far? I can never decide how much detail I want to put in my ears. It's a funny phrase. Embrace cartoon. Become one with Dorito. I have some ideas. It's a problem because, as always, I have like more ideas than I know what to do with, and also I have a bunch of shit in my backlog to clear out before I can even do anything. So I'm like sitting on an egg with like 1,000 good ideas. Ugh. Got some fucking. I've already sung its praises in a couple of Discords I frequent. Do you all know about Nutcracker Sweet? It's a tea by the company Celestial Seasonings. It's real good. It's real good. I put that shit. It's like, I don't know what's in it. Like black tea, a bunch of seasonal spices, only around during Christmas time. I put that in my coffee as the pour over is pouring into it. So I basically brew this into my coffee in the morning. And then I instead of milk or half and half, I put eggnog. And then I sweeten it the rest of the way to make it like actually all the way to sweet, because that's how I stay so sweet. It's so fucking good. Yeah, the same issue hits me all the time with game dev. It's really hard to stay organized, man. I can't do it. Or here's the problem, right? If I get organized, I'm like I do everything in bursts, right? So I'm like, fuck, this isn't working. I gotta whip this shit into shape, and then I get organized. And I'm like, wow, this is great. And then the second something happens to get me, like that sort of like interrupts the routine that I was establishing, it's all out the window, and I have to get back. I have to like go out of my way to do it again. And it's like I set these things up to last, right? I set these things up to be like sustainable and like, oh, this makes sense for my brain and my processes. And then it just like, it just like for whatever reason, my entire life could be described as a series of 3-week Minecraft phases. But fuck, dude, holy shit, that's a mood. I'm almost at my next 3-week Minecraft phase. Do. Oh no, this is when you're high. Yoshi, don't do drugs. So I don't know if y'all know, if you've ever played Yoshi's Island. Yes, exactly. Touch Fuzzy, get dizzy. There are these little dandelion. I'll draw them actually. These little dandelion puff guys, and they're very cute. Actually, they got little small dot eyes, right? And they just kind of like waft along. There's like a bunch of them, right? And you find them first in a level that's called Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy. And when you bonk into them, they, there's a little puff cloud. And Yoshi's just like, he's just like absolutely frickin' off his ass high. He's just losing his mind. Why are they putting all of the fucked up ones next to each other? It's so funny. Oh my god. It's so funny. I'm gonna skip to the, wait. It's so funny. Why do they put all the fuzzies next to each other? There we go. Wouldn't it make sense to put... Alright, anyway. Whatever. That's fucking hilarious. Yoshi high off his ass. Free ugly little guys, let's go. Yeah, this is like, I usually charge for such glory. Anyway, let's get these fuckers out of here. Just a visual aid. I have this kind of like running bit with Lil Black here, where it's like, you never see his legs, but if you did, like you very rarely see Lil Black's legs, right? But if you did, they just keep going like forever. That's the joke, because my legs are so fucking long. They're like most of my height. Like, my wife's like 5'4", maybe 5'4", I think. And I'm like 6'1". And when we sit, we're like the same height. I never knew Yoshi was so pro drugs. Damn, I need play. Yeah, right? But yeah, that's the Black effect. So yeah, it just keeps going for miles. Chat Black is an analog horror emergency broadcast creature. Yeah. I'm basically just Siren Head. That's me. There we go. It's like friendly Siren Head Black is amazing to me. I love it. Thank you. I was gonna stop, and then it was just too funny for me to do so. Oh shit, we won. I'm saving that for a rainy day, you know what I mean? Get down there, man. Go to sleep. Alright. Okay. Back to work. Back to work. Like Zoink Scoob. We just talked about Casey Kasem in Mo's chat yesterday, I think. It's a shame Mo is employed again. Can't be hanging out with us as often, but I'm so happy for him. What's up, Ham? Oh, you're only here for that streak? Okay, I see how it is. See you later. Good to see you ever briefly. Woo! Thank you. No excuses. I'm employed and I'm here. Yeah, Ken just sacrificing his precious attention for the immaculate presence of Venerable Black. Nah, do go piss, girl. Do your thing. I'm not working from home for once, so I can't stay. Oh, well, good to see you. Maybe later, though, depending on when you're on until. I should be on for another 2 hours, 40 minutes, give or take, so. But no pressure, no pressure. I'm just joking. Please enjoy your gainful employment. Get those gains. You gotta start with the Rayman shit, man. I have a neck for once. Imagine that. I usually don't draw myself with the neck. Which is ironic because, as you can see, it's quite long. Kenj, I am an unserious person. No one should follow my example. That's true. That's probably true. Unless they want to have a good time. Last time I played Yoshi's Island, I was like, hold on a second. Is there a monster? Holy shit, a monster. Is there a monster? Holy shit, a monster. Yeah, let's just do that. It was fun. Okay, let's do... This could be done completely in black and mostly dark, so that'd be good. Luke, I thought this was Song of Storms from Legend of Zelda for a moment. I mean, it's the same composer, and it's Waltz. It's got that SNES sound font for sure. Ugh. The MIDI synths that they use in the SNES era are so juicy and delicious. Oh, so good, dude. I mean, the Mega Man X guitar synth, come on. That shit speaks for itself. Oh, man. Spark Mandrill stage. Okay. The Mickey. You're about to see the Mickey. Blacky Mouse. I don't know how long these can be now that I think about it, so I guess we'll find out how much of this I have to cut once I'm done. Disney will sue you for everything you own. No, Black, spare yourself. Don't put this file up or you'll get copyright striked. Yeah, no. This right here, the reversible thing right here, the cowlick. Some people thought it was a crown, which is cute, or like cat ears or whatever. But like the little cowlick, right? It will stay in the same place until I'm on like the complete opposite side. So you'll probably see, there's probably going to be I'm probably going to have things snap into place with smear frames because it's my favorite. A, and B, it means there's fewer frames for me to actually, like, draw. No. They shoot a child who made a YouTube video of Disney songs in Minecraft with note blocks. Dude, they will grasp at anything they can get their greedy little hands on and squeeze all the joy from it. That'd be crazy if the concept of a reversible, maybe just me mentioning Disney, it's like the fucking Chandrian from the King Killer Chronicles. It's just like, you say my name, I'm gonna show up and kill your entire family. Oh man. That's not spoilers. That happens in like the first chapter. Don't at me. Fucking, like, the range of genres in the Yoshi's Island soundtrack is so good. Like, this is kind of like Norland's, like, kind of big band, bombast, and you got like the weird kind of smooth funk-ish, prog-ish vibes of like the cave levels and stuff. You spoiled the first chapter. You spoiled the first chapter. If you haven't read the King Killer Chronicles, they're very good. I don't read many books, but the proof that I can read exists in The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear, because I read both of those all the way through, and they're like fucking 800 pages or some shit. Luke, how dare you spoil the blurb on the back of the book? I'm disappointed in you. God, spoiler owl! I'm watching old Game Grumps, speaking of which, because if I need some kind of stimulus to, in order to actually, like, get anything done and in order to focus, there needs to be, like, a level, like a baseline of, like, something in the background. Otherwise, I won't be able to. I'm totally hosed if I don't have something. Yeah, I got these amazing new headphones that I adore, and they work great. But I realize how important close-back headphones are for my focus some of the time. Sorry, the fuzzy versions just fucking kill me. There it is. Could you kind of like... Luke Vanderson, I'm at college at the minute. Not right now, obviously. I mean, I attended in general at this current point in my life. Fair, reasonable. And exam environments are just horrible. Oh, God. Just dead quiet except for scribbling. No wonder Dare failed. How could they compete with Yoshi? Yoshi's doing drugs! Well, to be fair, the goal of the levels is to do as few of those drugs as possible. So really, they were sleeping on an opportunity. Oh God, it's back. It does kind of convey the chaos that I strive to achieve. So, know your threshold, kids, yeah. Oh my God, I had no idea the Fuzzies songs were in here. It's so funny. Like, I knew that they would be there, but I didn't expect them to be so bountiful. Learn to be a functional user. Yeah! Yeah, I think you're right. Wink, wink, play Yoshi next Halloween. Black. I got plans for next Halloween. I'm very excited about it. Why are all the fuzzy songs next to each other? God damn it. This is absurd. And why are they before... Oh my god. Like, why are they before the regular version? Is Kondo-san just fucking with me? It's so funny. I need you to stop.
Why isn't this working?
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Like, why do that? Why? Have those as bonus, you fool! He's like, it's funny. I'm like, yeah, it is funny. I feel like I touched a fuzzy man. A fuzzy man. Black, 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 goose! What's up, Dan? We're making some assets. How you doing, buddy? Such an iconic "you died" sound. Black said assets. That's your cue. Aww. Song's so good. Never thought Black was gonna stream with his raw assets exposed. Is this gonna get a Twitch ban? Nah, they adjusted the terms of service. We're probably fine. A little bit of an asset exposed is fine, right? I think it's just nipples. Or if you put a warning, it's fine. Oh shit, I was eating lunch. I wasn't ready. I mean, that super horny lady who licked the ASMR phone got banned and unbanned, what, like 60 times? Ugh. So I was just imagining hearing the sound of someone licking like a microphone, and I wanted to vomit. It's terrible. Here's my thing about ASMR. I don't know about how you guys feel, but for me, if they're amplifying, like if they're just focused on the, I like the way that things sound. I like Foley. I like reality. I enjoy, you know, an embellishment or embracing of the iconic sound effects that naturally come with whatever art form it is, especially if it's craft specific. Like a good example is the sound of candy shears snipping through a giant thing of taffy or candy, or fabric scissors is a great example, right? Or like, you know, the noise that it makes as someone slams a like a dough ball repeatedly into the counter while they're making pasta. That kind of shit. Super cool. The sizzling of something that you're cooking, the boiling of oil and then something falling into it. The quenching of a blade in blacksmithing. That shit's great. I love that shit. Is it ASMR? I don't know. When people like go out of their way to add sound effects and it isn't like for a cartoony capacity, or they're like making mouth noises in the middle of a conversation, I'm like, fucking die. Stop it. I want you to perish immediately. It fills me with such a violent, visceral reaction. I don't know about y'all. Oh my god, it sounds so bad. I saw clips and it was not an attractive sound. Yeah, that's terrible. Foley is cool as fuck. Yeah, exactly. I love fucking die. Stop it. Like, yes, that is how I feel. It hurts me so deeply. But I mean, shit that's like shit that I feel is like contrived or arbitrary or self-indulgent or masturbatory beyond a certain point literally always pisses me off. Like I don't know what it is. I just can't fucking stand it. Like a wiggly saw for thunder. Yeah, exactly, Kenj. You and me, we got it. We understand each other. Yes, it's like I love Foley. I love sound effects. I think it's delightful and fascinating and very satisfying, and there's so much to love about it. But like, don't do shit for no reason. Everything's good enough as is. You don't need to fucking cover it in bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just like, oh, it's so much fun. Yes, like coconuts for horse clopping. Ah, Monty Python. Isn't it crazy that they had a hidden multiplayer function in Yoshi's Island? Ugh, I love it. Yeah. I still love that the Monty Python TTRPG Kickstarter came with a pair of plastic coconut halves for that. That's great. That's really great. I don't need onion skins for this. Maybe one to know where I'm starting. Let's push that a little bit further away for the stronger silhouette. Are you guys familiar with Marco Bucci? Right. What's up, Animor? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Animorte. So nice to see your friendly name in chat. How are you, buddy? Hey, Animorte. What What the fuck does Lil Black look like from the back? Dude, I don't know if I've ever done this. I don't know if I've ever done this before. It's fine. This is why you do turnarounds, kids. Turn around. There we go, that's fine. A little Helen Parr action. I love Helen Parr. Elastigirl / Mrs. Incredible. Ugh, that's a knuckle bite, dude. She's so fine. She's so fucking fine. You never done this before. You're nervous. It's my first time. Dan, I'm pretty sure Anna Black has an extra eye on his upper back. Yeah, yeah, how did you know? You know, looks like we're playing fucking Soul Calibur or something. Soul Calibur or Resident Evil, perhaps. Yeah, how did you know? We just gloss over it. Yeah, there we go. If you could make it look a little more vaginal, it could be from R-Type. Oh, R-Type. Damn, I played the shit out of R-Type 3, bro. I didn't get very far because it's hard as shit. But it is yet another notch on the belt of every fucking game has a flesh room for some reason. You notice that? Especially in the Super Nintendo. Come on. Funkiest version of the Starman theme in Mario. Hey, Voldemort was found too easily last time, so he had to get creative with Black. Man, you remember when, like, we lived in a time before J.K. Rowling was, like, just showing her ass and just being, like, a terrible bigot all the time on the internet? Man, that was cool. That was a good time. That was a good time. Better times. The second boss in the first R-Type is literally like a volcano vagina covered in angry vaginas. I know that said Black did not deny anything I said. Oh shit. Wait, are we almost at the end of this soundtrack already? That's crazy. This song goes so hard for no reason. MIDI guitar solos. I remember when conservatives hated her because of witchcraft, and now they love her because of bitchcraft. Crazy times. I don't know if y'all follow Mr. Lovenstein. Oh, all right. I'll take a look. Miss you too, Anima Ortay. It is too good to see you, man. It's not working! Kenj! Fix it. I know you didn't post the link, but you gotta fix it. Alright, I'm clicking.
Why isn't this working?
Truly, Luke. Ew! Ew! Yeah, wow. Could that be anything other than what you described? No. That's terrible. That's Gomander, the second boss. It literally looks like a yonic volcano covered in other yoni. Wow. What the fuck? And it's like full of like what are they called? I guess it's full of anemones. What's the plural of anemone? But yeah, I'm gonna be really doing my best to do stream assets. Like, I don't want to just call this Visual Wednesday again because I don't like pigeonholing myself. You know, basically, you know, like constraining myself to one thing just in case I do end up feeling particularly spicy on any given day. But I realized that, especially considering I offer it as a service to people and I've been making stream assets for other people, how woefully underfurnished my shit is. And it's just like, you know, it's like a tattoo artist that doesn't have any tattoos. You're like, I mean, like, your art's good, but like, I don't know if I could trust you. It reminds me of the terrible shitting dick nipples hentai meme. Yeah. Times. I remember 4chan. Boy, oh boy. Times, man. Why they gotta do my girl Dizzy like that anyway, man? She's so cute. You ever think that the internet's a terrible place and always has been? Kenj, oh, shitting dick nipples. That takes me back. 4chan, the things you can never forget, even if you really want to. True. Animorph, gotta understand both sides of the exchange, which is why I always encourage cross-training in a work environment. That's true. I think it's time to have a Wii. You gonna have a Wii? And that song's beautiful. Curvature of that doesn't make any sense. have a Werther's original. Yeah, man. Subs will not let you complete a sentence today. What do you mean today? Trying to get the angles more dynamic, which is what sketches and storyboards are for, baby. Dan, I just thought of a fun game without describing it. What's the... Oh, God. No. What's the worst 4chan/trauma porn meme you've ever personally been exposed to? Without describing it. Okay. I don't know. All the things I remember from 4chan are the things that I actively enjoyed, like that were like really funny to me. Some of the stuff I must have blocked out because I really am not thinking of much. Without describing it means you can name it. Yes, I understand that. You can name it, but you can't actually like go in depth. Right. Right. I only remember S, D, N, and Goatsy. I must have blocked out everything else. Yeah. Oh yeah, Meat Spin, yeah. Fuck, dude. Oh, 4chan. Meat Spin. I remember Goatsy. I fortunately am blessed with ignorance. Yes. Dan at Kenj, I have a Goatsy Christmas ornament that goes on my holiday tree every year. Oh my god! Is it like one of those like hollow, one of those like concave ornaments? Ah! I feel like I was thinking of Blue Waffle because that was Don't look it up. Anything that we mention, don't look up. For God's sake. But yeah, that's when I remember. And I mean, most shit started as on 4chan. Even still, I'm sure, to a certain extent. Tub Girl always cracked me up because she had like a Power Rangers superhero mask on. That's pretty funny. Gotta dress to impress. Maintaining anonymity. Also repping them tokusatsu, bro. Oh, man. Really weird how, like, for all of its faults, I miss the old. Oh, we're going to the fanfare now. Oh man, speaking of Foley, the sound design's so cool. I'm not actually sure which was the worst I saw. It's really a toss-up between Mr. Hands and One Guy, One Mason Jar. There's not I saw one thing that I won't name or describe, but it definitely fucked me up for the rest of time. Think about it sometimes. It's just unfortunate, man. Sorry, let me get another. Mario Sunshine soundtrack's not a bad idea, but not exactly what I'm in the mood for. I'm still in kind of a Super Nintendo state of mind. It's Metroid OST. Let's do it. Full OST with sound stamp timestamps. Also, we're doing kind of like a lightly spooky vibe, so this kind of works perfectly. Full OST. Swap that. I don't think this is super long. Oh, it's an hour and 12 minutes? Cool. Super. That fucking so cool, dude. God, Super Nintendo's a good system, and Super Metroid is a phenomenal game. It's hard to top it, honestly, as much as I love Fusion and love Zero Mission. Zero Mission's just a little bit short. It's so good, though. Oh, my God. I love both of them. Metroid's just a really good series. I'm gonna have the hair pushed up a little bit. You remember when you were playing Super Metroid where there's like the demo and it showed you all the crazy shit you could do that they don't tell you anything about it. Like the fact that you have to have one beam equipped at a time to do the special move like power bomb things. Dude, that shit was sick. Have you heard the non-spoiler feedback from media previews on MP4? No, I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know. I haven't sought it out. I haven't looked at any. I generally don't pay much attention to like new games that come out because I can't afford them, and I don't want to tease myself. But I don't know anything about Metroid Prime. I haven't seen or heard anything. It's a fucked up droplet. Man, I'm working really. I work so small for like structural things like this. It's really funny to look up and see. Other M pisses me off so much, dude. Because, like, they actually characterized Samus, like, really well in the games that weren't Other M. And they didn't teach us anything new. You know what I mean? That's my main problem with it. Dan, I'm hearing that it's good, but also that it apparently feels nothing like a Metroid Prime game. I guess they added in NPC helpers that all have their own personalities and talk at you during the game a lot. Oh, so it's like kind of like building off of 3. Because Metroid Prime 3, but like they were elsewhere 9 times out of 10. Like you only met them a lot, and Metroid Prime 3 is too fucking sad, man. Dan, I feel like that one thing completely encapsulates what I wouldn't think of in a Metroid game. Yes, the whole point, and I mean Super Metroid's a phenomenal example. It's unlike any other series because of the feeling of isolation, but exploration as well. It's exploration and isolation. Yes, exactly. Yes, chat lag. Even, like, you probably said that at exactly the same time I did and it just got here. Yes, absolutely. It's that feeling of being on another planet alone. And everything that you discover feels like a unique experience to you because of that. And then they amplified that with the scan functionality where it's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I understand. Right? Then you feel more like, almost more like a scientist than a bounty hunter like half the time. It's just lore also. I don't know, it's just like, it's so cool. And so specific to Metroid. And without that, it's a shame. The entire game is fuck you in particular. Yeah, I mean, really. Samus's fucking shit-ass suit keeps forgetting her abilities. You gotta get them again. Yo, this first... I'm probably going to play Super Metroid on stream at some point. This first, like... This ambiance, and, like, the fact that nothing is, like, everything's dormant and quiet. And then the second that you get... Like, it's like, the lighting's phenomenal. Your suit's, like, cast in shadow, and you only see, like, the light of your visor and shit. They set the scene so magnificently. 90% of the game doesn't tell you shit, and you just find things. It's awesome. Damn, they should make a shitty squad-based multiplayer-only game. Set it in the Metroid Prime universe where nobody plays Samus. Oh, wait. They did. Hey, at least Hunters had a pretty cool soundtrack. And some very marketable toy designs. Did they ever make toys of all of the characters from that game? Because they're stupid if not. Oh, you weren't talking about Hunters? Oh, it's cat food time. All right. Meep. What were you talking about? Federation. Oh, right. Because at least you could play as Samus in Hunters. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're so heavy. Here's Maeve. She say hello to chat. Yes, she say hello to chat. You're so cute. Good kitty. Hey, you want some food? Oh, we got the blep. You want some food? Oh, you're so cute. You want some food? She's purring. She's so cute, babe. She got her little dirty paws on my face. So cute. You're such a good baby. You're such a fucking cute baby. Yeah. Oh my god, she's purring so much, dude. Maeve's in the chat. All you subscribers. Oh my god. I don't know if you can hear that from here. She's purring so fucking much, dude. She loves love. Because she's just woke up. Look at you. God, that's a good cat. She's such a freaking angel, dude. Alright. I will be right back, my friends. Do what you need to do. Take care of yourselves. Get some, drink some food, eat some water, squash, stretch. Do as thou wilt. I will be right back, okay? Don't go nowhere. I want to squish the kitty and pet her and love her and feed her forever and ever. That's what I'm about to do right now, so you can do it vicariously through me. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. / thank you for your patience. That is magical, Dan. That's magical. Good to see y'all. Everything turns on, and the eye stares at you. Ugh. Super Metroid's such a good game. You know, if you're feeling emotive, and you want to support one of your favorite streamers, Blackfoot, I am offering services such as making emotes for people for a very, very reasonable price. So hire me if you like. Check out my Ko-fi. Mop! So busy shilling, I almost knocked over my shit. Yeah. Well, another way to support me is if you want to interrupt what I'm doing and being productive. You can get an ugly little guy. Is that price $3.50? Yeah, for an ugly little guy, absolutely. The price for an emote is $5, and if you get 5, you get one of them free. So you get 20 for 5 instead of what it would be, which is 25. So let me know. You can even get them for other people if you want. If you're not a streamer and you want to support one of your favorite streamers, go for it. I haven't worked it out on Ko-fi yet, but as in, like, I haven't put the price of emotes up yet, but just letting you know I'm doing that now, which is fun. I wish I could program this to display with the person's name. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Dan, that's good to know. I need to get myself to a point where Twitch will let me have emotes. It was so difficult for me to begin with because all I wanted was the emotes, and they really drip feed that shit. All right. Make this a little bit more thick. I think it's funnier if he stays in the same place, so I'll try that. What if I did this? Hold on a second. I genuinely always find this funny as a bit. It's just uncanny repetition. Oh, is that Brintstar coming up? Oh, hold up a second. Look how much of a fucking nightmare that is when it's just reversed. Look. It's crazy looking. I hate that. Look at it. That's bonkers. I hate that. I just had an idea, a terrible idea. Oh boy. Lay it on me, Dan. What if I paid you to come up with a 3-piece emote? Like a Twitch save Coatsy emote. Like left hand, middle, right hand. I think I'd have to charge a premium for the psychological damage that would do to me to make. But we can talk about it. That it's a terrible idea, but also very funny. Oh my god. Oh, that's really funny. By the way, when you get an emote slot, when you get enough emote slots, you need to make Handsome Dan an emote. You have to. It's such a good face. May actually take you up on that. Let's go, dude. I need money. Kenjamin, I mean, you really only need the hands, and you can put whichever emote you like in the middle. Just because it'd be so damn funny. Yeah, it would be really funny. That's fun. Oh, Dan, were you there for Lil Black Siren Head? I was just doodling. Luke and I were talking. There he is. Because I was talking about the fact that I had this, like, visual gag where I'm pretty much only drawn from, like, here up. But, like, when my legs are visible, they just keep going, like, forever because that's where all of my height is in reality. Is in my legs. So I was just drawing myself, and then Luke made a joke about me being, like, you know, some kind of Siren Head horror being. And so I just followed suit, man. That SCP has always kind of baffled / intrigued me just because it's such a random thing. I mean, if I recall correctly, it was not originally an SCP in any capacity. It was just it was a piece of art that a guy made, and it was really, really good. And then it just caught fire on the internet so hard. And SCP is like, let's just adopt this shit. If I recall correctly, that's what happened. Yeah, okay, cool. If it is now, it's not. It was not originally. SCP didn't even adopt it. You're thinking of the living statue. Oh, okay, cool. Because I haven't. I don't know. I don't do much to. There's one that's like a pissed off weeping angel. Yeah. Man, SCP is such an interesting website. I'm sad that I wasn't really there for it while it was in its sort of heyday. I'm sure it's still going. I'm sure it's still cool. It's just, you know, these things do have an arc to them of relevance or traction. You know, like, I was not there for Homestuck, which I am actually kind of happy with. I'm fine with that. I wasn't there for Undertale. I only heard everything that I know secondhand and saw it played a couple of times. I do really like Undertale. I don't consider myself a member of too many fandoms. The closest thing I've ever come to being in a fandom, quote unquote, is Armored Core, but that's just not how I engage with content in any capacity. I want to make my own shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a propensity for, like, I mentioned it earlier, just really dialing up the curmudgeon scale, where it's like, you said come. But, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's not a very creative, like, approach to just like, and not everybody's the same level of creative, you know what I mean, where it's like maybe what you have for character design is the same character but recolored or with an eye patch or whatever the fuck, but it's like if you have the opportunity to be or create anything and what you make is essentially derivative, it's like that I don't like that very much personally. It's not how I engage with shit. I want to make something that feels comfortable in the universe. Like if I'm making a fan character or anything like that, I still want it to be a good story and I want it to mesh with what's already there, not feel like a contrivance or redundancy. That's just my personal thing. I know that not everybody has like the same propensities that I do or curmudgeonliness that I do. It's at the end of the day, if you're making something that's good, it's good for you to create whatever it is. Make something stupid, make something bad. If you're making something, that might just be a stepping stone towards making something that's incredible. You know what I mean? Fan art's great. I love fan art. Just, you know, like it doesn't excite me personally as a concept. Concept is my main. I love concepts shit. Luke, I'm a member of the Blackfoot fandom. We're over 100 people, therefore it's the rules. We're a fandom. Oh shit. Do I have a fandom? Do I have a fan club? I fucking love y'all, by the way. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Okay, so here we go, right? This is the current, this is what we have for the storyboard so far. Let's blow it up real quick. This is for the new follower that I'm working on, right? This is. So, shit, flashlight over here. Big figure appears. Oh my god. Blackfoot.fandom.com. Oh no. Just remember to put anti before fandom. So that you can, I duplicated this. So that you don't get all those ads. Really, it only takes one person. I dom my fan all the time. So that's what I'm working with right here. Oh my god. Oh man. Scary figure appears. Huh. Shines light. And then same face. Yeah! Alright, cool. That's what we're working with. I'm gonna actually make this a separate thing. If I'm not doming that thing in the summer, I never get any airflow in my apartment. Man, that seems like a lot of, like, it seems like a pretty rough model if you have to put that much effort to get it to work, you know what I mean? Luke clicked on the link. I clicked on the link and was told not a valid fandom. Fuck you, fandom.com. You're not valid. Skill issue. Okay, let's get these lines all cleaned up. And in fact, I'm actually going to put Siren Black in its own separate document real quick. Just for posterity so we all know the score. I too was disappointed when I clicked on the link. It lights up no matter what. How deceptive of it. How dishonest, really. Siren Black. You can make this a phone background. Twitch Max is at 720? There we go. Siren Black lives. I'm trying to train it to observe and predict my needs, but it's been a pretty stubborn little subby. Gotta show it who's boss, man. I get it. Siren Black. It's a little too long to be an emote, unfortunately, because it's a fun inside joke, but also damn shame. New follower. Let's go boards. Got to stay organized these days because I've got too much shit. New follower. Roughs. Also, if you have everything kind of separate, you gotta keep them separated. If you have everything separate, then you can kind of do a progress shot later. You can make 2 emotes. You really have opened my eyes to a possibility of fun collage shit. Also amusing because it could be combined with other emotes. That's true. I could give... different pants. Make like an exquisite corpse vertical emote. Wouldn't work in busier or more vivacious chats for like the 1K and up crowd, or like I think anything higher than like 300 or 400 people say brutal chat or anything like that. It's really funny because I pretty much like only engage with like my friends' content and then Ian Brutal Moose's content. That's it at this point. People I know through him or through whatever community, like whatever community I'm in. Let's do a little pass with like rough gestures real quick. Yeah, you'd have to macro that, but if you did, people would probably be like, "Oh shit." When you say what I'd have to macro it, what do you mean exactly? Because I'm kind of a Luddite at heart. I don't know shit about fuck. Boom, boom, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Why are there 2 of these? That should work. Oh, we're in the wrecked ship. Dude, the first time I got to the wrecked ship, it was so goddamn fucking scary, man. Like, the save point, the use of save points, oh my god. Okay, software or hardware solution that allows you to press one button, which then triggers the rapid-fire keystrokes to do anything faster than your mortal human fingers ever could. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I should learn coding in general. I've been thinking about... going back to what I was saying earlier in stream about how I do everything in bursts, I was thinking about next on my list of things to really like learn and go whole hog into is Blender, because it's just kind of like at this point it's kind of an inevitability. I need to get good at it. Grease Pencil is what I'm looking at, because Grease Pencil, the merging of 2D animation and 3D animation, could be an incredible thing to have in my back pocket and useful for so many scenes. Basically, you record input and it replicates that faster. That's cool. Luke, cough, cough, Aurora, Subnautica, cough, cough. I don't know what that is. I've never played Subnautica. Dan, you can do it with a Stream Deck. Blender is good. Yeah, Blender's really good. I mean, let's be honest, like Worthy Kids is just like their work is his work is so like inspiring and so inspiration and like aspirational for me to do something of that level. Oh, and patrons would be nice. And I can't get that unless I have something. You know, there's like I think there's this expectation. It's like I've done everything that this streamer that I like does. Why aren't more people here? It's like they already have a body of work. They already did content worth discovering. You need to find a way to make content worth discovering. That should be your top priority. And that's the way that I've been phrasing it. Make content worth discovering, right? So that when your shit if your shit ever takes off, which it might not, I might be here for the rest of my life, if you know what I mean, whatever, right? But like, yeah. Make content worth discovering. Oh, I see. The Aurora is the ship you were in that crashed on the planet. You were ejected in an escape pod, and once you get back to it, it's fun times. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, this was a very impactful moment in Super Metroid. And it's pretty, you know, it's like, it's not optional, but it feels so, like, special. I don't know. It's really cool. Dan, I taught myself Maya in the early 2000s, then played around with it on a computer during a game studio tour. Then got offered a paid internship. Then I casually declined because I didn't want to work in computers. You dumb motherfucker. God, I hate that shit. When you're like, past me, why? Past me, why did you do me why did you do us like that? Oh, I'm so sorry, Dan. Holy shit. God, that sucks. Oh my God, sad piano music. Fuck, dude. Guess what studio it was? Oh no. Oh, it could be any. Was it Bethesda? Hot Dog says Westwood. Larian? You gotta be kidding me. Rockstar San Diego. You poor bastard. You're not gonna outlive that one anytime soon, at least to yourself. Ooh-wee. That's rough, buddy. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. Lex Zuko redeem when. That's rough, buddy. That's a good one. There's stop it, get some help, and that's rough, buddy. Two that I would love to add to the list. Dude, this theme is so beautiful. Dan, there's a single small weapon model somewhere in Red Dead Revolver on PS2 that I did. Really? Wow. That's cool. Kenj, I was about to type, that's rough, buddy, and then you said it, and then I was like, nah. Same brain, Kenj, we know. Okay, so we're going to do nice, fast, and loose. The hand right. Why is this? Huh? I was stupid to make these lower opacity. I was stupid, and I was wrong. Because I'm doing roughs. So it's stupid of me. It's fine. Okay, a little bit up here. It's going to have to be smooth, which means more frames, but that's fine because it'll be worth it. The thing that I always find myself telling myself when I'm making an animation of any kind is you only have to do it once. Just put anything into it. It's going to be forever. It's going to last forever. Even if you look back and you're like, I could have done that better. It's still just like, I made this. It's alive now. You know what I mean? Dan, the dumb shit we do when we're young. But hey, that entire industry is imploding right now. So, yeah. Really weird, the cyclical nature of things with like video games and like indie games and all that jazz. Rockstar in particular, yeah. I don't really know anything about it. What's up, LMR? It's your boy Blue. Dude. What's up? We're working on an alert. That is a great story. It is. Doop-a-doo. You know, I couldn't have said it better myself, dude. How you doing? Good to see your red name in chat, my friend. Rockstar announced a delay to next year for GTA 6, then laid off a large chunk of people. Is it because of AI? MK just existeth. We vibing. We surviving. We vibe so we survive. We surviving. Because it's Vibey Wednesday. That's cool, man. This song scared the shit out of me as a kid. They haven't officially said, but that seems likely. Mm-hmm. It's really funny how many everything, companies, corporations, everything like that, just hopped onto the AI bandwagon, and it took just long enough for everything to kick in that the backlash is now hitting them, and they're all like, all these decisions are coming through. They're like, oh no. They also targeted a few people who were said to be starting a union. Eesh. Not very rock star of you, Rockstar. That's a damn shame. Okay. Let's have him look up a little bit more. Yeah, the Black Ops 7 backlash has been delicious. We don't want that shit. Get it out of games. Get it out of art. Eat an entire ass. Kenj, I adore that they are freaking out about the AI bubble popping, and all I can say is, good! You've killed me! Good! Yeah, so Blops 7 was using AI, damn. I don't know anything about Black Ops. I don't really fucking... I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as a lad. I played it with a friend, and I got okay at it. I was never good, but it was fun. It's really funny how... And I was thinking about this because there's this coworker that I had who was talking about how he's in like the top... His win-to-loss ratio in Call of Duty was absurdly high. And so me and a friend, another coworker, on that note, started talking about video games. He's like, man, I was just talking about Call of Duty. Those are some nerds. I'm like, bro, fuck you, Brent. But I was like, how can this be exactly, right? And I was thinking about it in terms of the art, quote unquote, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, at least for the PvP, exists in a completely non-fiction capacity. It is devoid of creative design, right? And not to say that the people who made the objects in the game didn't do a good job. They did. It's just non-fiction. It's not imagining something. It's note for note things that were featured in reality. The only music that's featured in PvP, it's quiet. It's dead quiet except for the of getting shot and shooting. The only music featured in the PvP of Call of Duty is jun jun. That's it. It exists in a space that is segregated from art. It is purely nonfiction, right? So like creative art, put it that way, right? So you can indulge with it without any of those nerdy emotions or ideas, creative ideas. I thought that was very interesting socially and psychologically. I was like, how can you even think that? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Anyway, Dan at Hot Dog Suit. They started with Blops 6. I love that the abbreviation is Blops, but they went whole hog AI generated content with 7. They literally were selling badges and shit with those unethical Ghibli-like character avatars. Ew. The assets in the game are apparently all either recycled from the last 2 games or cheaply AI generated. That is hog shit. Wow. Luke, who procures a PC for the sole purpose of playing a, frankly speaking, shitty game? Right. Dan, even the campaign looks like it was just a fucking random AI-generated fever dream of nonsensical bullshit. It's just a lack of taste or understanding of what makes art good. Dan at Luke. Lol, when I got my RTX 4090, the first 2 games I played on it were Cyberpunk 2077 and the first House Flipper games. Interesting. Dude, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's crazy. So that should be only 2 frames. I love the classic Norfair theme, especially this remix of it. Because those games are fun, yeah. Exactly. Precisely. It's just a rotation. Head shouldn't move too much from that position. Circle is just the same. Ear goes down because the rest of it goes up. Give or take, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning. That's fine. Bring that up a little bit. Dan, if I'm going to absolutely shit all over my own soul working 2 full-time jobs at once so that I can afford something like a fucking 4090, I better be playing something that's at least fucking fun, right? Like, speaking on the topic of like dog shit takes and AI, before it was as ubiquitous as it is now, but while it was still kind of brewing as like a thing that like people would get really excited for if they have like very stupid ideas. I had a doctor who was frankly a quack. I found him on like an app, and he had an establishment, and it was within walking distance from work. So I was like, you know, in San Francisco. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk over, you know, like from here. Takes my insurance, whatever. I don't need much. I just need like basic checkups and shit. He ended up being a very strange man. He talked like this, and he had a very, very specific, very smoky voice, and his face looked a little bit like oatmeal. A very strange man. Anyway, he's like, oh, so you're like you're a musician, right? You're a singer-songwriter? I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh yeah. So the idea would be, right, the way that you'd want to do it is you train an AI, you like to write songs like you write songs, and then you could just profit on it as it writes a bunch of songs in your style. And I didn't give enough of a shit about this guy to like, and I was also a lot less confrontational back then than I am now. Now I don't give a fuck. I will say anything to anyone at this point, probably. But like, that is what we're dealing with in terms of how people perceive art. It's non-artists seeing art playing its role within capitalism, where it is, you know, taken advantage of and taken for granted at every opportunity because it's societally undervalued, even though people use it literally constantly. Actors on TV, like any ad that you see was made. You can now say fuck my wife, chat. Rejoice. Congratulations. But like, when art is viewed less as a process and a, you know, a skill to provide a, you know, like, you know, something that is cathartic, something that is necessary, something that is human, that we have been doing since the dawn of time, since we have been able to exist as human beings or anything adjacent to it. We have been making art, cave paintings, cairns, stacks of rocks, doesn't matter. We were here. Here it is. Proof that we existed. Look at this. Oh shit. It's the Spore Spawn theme. I'm all spooked and stuff. This song scared the shit out of me also when I was a kid. I played this game very young. Anyway, it makes my speech more ominous too. But this is what happens when you have non-artists viewing art as a product or a commodity, while also there's a baseline of fundamental devaluing of artists and their worth. You know what I mean? Oh, well, that's not like, you know, like even if you go to college for art, you're looked at like you're a fucking like clown by many people that don't understand the merit or the value of it as a human form of expression. And this was always going to be an inevitability with this lack of perspective on something that is so necessary and so human and so important is, well, yeah, oh, now I can just make a Twitch avatar without having to bother even underpaying an artist. I could just literally take the souls of thousands of artwork, like pieces of art, thousands of artists' work, and just smash it together into a low resolution piece of shit. You know what I mean, right? Like, who gives a shit anyway, right? It's just a drawing. Who cares, right? It's going the way that it is always probably going to be going, which is like those weird, obscure artists on Instagram or whatever. Like, yes, I'm doing indigo dyeing, where I'm using a piece of wood to, like, oxygenate this one color, because this is the only way you can do it. It's like, wow, we just use synthetic dyes now. That's crazy. Where it's like now it's an artisanal thing when it's literally just making shit. And that's how it's gonna be. It's like, wow, you make all your stuff by hand instead of, like, you know, shoveling coal into this disgusting behemoth and watching bullshit come out of it. Wow. Let me catch up with chat. Dan, so glad that's over. Yeah, LMR. I recently got a 5070 Ti, and all I've used it for so far is Anno 2070, which is a game from 2012. Me as fuck. Dan, I've literally been vocally concerned about generative AI since 2013. Yep. Dan at LMR, but it's a good game from 2012. Yes, yes. Luke, the thing is with Bleck's impression skills, he probably sounds exactly like that. I swear to you, he sounds exactly like this. He's a crazy man. And yeah, there we go. That's when Ken said, God, should AI also fuck my wife for me? Seriously. LMR, I also tried Anno 1800 at max settings just for fun. Kenj got 2 today. You're on fire, buddy. Luke, joyous day for freedom of speech. Right. Dan, I put together this massive tool to reproduce an author's penmanship style. The idea being to reproduce famous, long-dead authors' takes on popular literature and stories. I got it working, still have it, but the idea of using it is nauseating to me now. Yeah, I mean, before it was, like, rampant, and before it was literally taking everyone's jobs, to quote South, it took our jobs, right? Before people were, put it this way, it's not actually doing anybody's jobs. It's not doing anybody's jobs well, put it that way. All it is doing, when you put it in the context where a human was, is making more work for the people that were left behind with the mass exodus of firings and layoffs. When people were like, hey, I don't have to pay all these fucking people anymore. I got promised all this shit by these snake oil grifters, and it's gonna work. We're gonna be able to make it big time, baby. No human element, except what's strictly necessary. Spotify is in the shitter now, because of their, like, complete kowtowing to AI. Like, every company that is really buying into it, between the backlash and the fact that it's not executing what's promised, the bubble is finally bursting. I think it's still going to be lingering, and they succeeded in making it harder for independent artists and people by making it so that people can just make art with a fucking app. You know what I mean? But, like, when it was just starting out, like, I had a neural image generator, and I was better at that shit than every single AI douchebag is now. It's like, because I had good ideas. I had interesting ideas. I was like, oh, let's just put this. Oh, that's interesting. Haha. Oh, I made a meme. Oh, it's so funny. I'm not going to, like, do anything with this, but it gave me a little chuckle, and now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, fuck, dude. Right? Like, it's just like, people won't let us have shit. Anything interesting or good. You know what I mean? Makes speech more ominous, too. Proceeds to say, this is what happens when the most ominous words possible. Oh, we got one for Dan. You can now say erotic. It was erotic, Dan. Kenj, I have to wonder about diminishing returns, though. Will these assholes just get bored? It's a means to an end. You don't get any kind of connection to the output. It's true. Well, they don't give a shit about connection. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it, right? Dan, it's convincing managers that it will, so it justifies fewer laborers to do the jobs. Right, exactly. Dan, I think the bubble will have to burst a lot harder before it settles down. I'm nervous. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, all of this shit was already set in motion. Why is this different? Is it because it's capitalized? Dan, though the idea of making a what if 50 Shades but actually decent erotic portions, and if it was written by Edgar Allan Poe, is amusing, but I would feel like a hypocrite using what I built now. Yeah, totally. You may now say erotic and capital erotic. Ooh, erotic cakes. Anyway, enough pontificating for a second. Let me get back to work. I might actually scoot this forward a little bit. Bubbles popping. The ambience in this game is so good. Dan, okay, who remembers, without looking it up, what episode that quote is from? Oh, I sure don't remember at all. It's been a while since I've seen any Simpsons, really. Okay, I'll have this held for a second. Just... Kenj, my folks didn't let me watch The Simpsons growing up. I never got a taste for it. It was a Treehouse of Horrors episode where they found a 3D world and Homer created a vortex in it. That's fun. Okay, I want to go one further and then I'll scoot over to the smear frame. At Kench, my folks were against it because the church said it was bad. Eventually got them to sit down and watch it, and they agreed it really wasn't evil. Wow, that never happens, actually. That's pretty cool. Okay. I'm going to use the eyes to sort of... the path of the eyes to sort of guide where I'm going here. Gooberfish. Is that me? Is that like a gefilte fish? I just love the ambiance in Super Metroid is insane. Like, they did so much with the sound design and the sprite work. Rooms have the same as having different lighting depending on which room you were in was my favorite thing looking back. One of my favorite things looking back at Super Metroid. It was such a huge difference. Different sprite sheets for different lighting. Holy shit, that was awesome. Dan, I'm pretty sure that was the first time any part of The Simpsons were officially rendered in 3D. Wow. Dan, lol, the number of things I wasn't allowed to or had to stop watching because of church is staggering. Yeah. I am the gooberfish. Kenj, my parents said Bart undermined the father's authority. Ew, dude. Dan, it was TMNT, X-Men, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, all too violent. You couldn't say piece of shit? There's no way. There's no way. I think it's forgetting things. Moxie was saying it. If you want me to respect you, Dad, you shouldn't have been such a piece of shit. Real. Skill issue, Dad. It's so Godzilla core. Dan, VR Troopers was evil too because it had a ghost. Oh god. I mean, I had friends that would like, were like, oh, I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! My mom says it's satanic. They changed all the names of devils to different words, you fool. VR Troopers was sick as fuck. I watched the shit out of VR Troopers. Like Ian, I've also never seen Matilda either. Oh, I watched the hell out of VR Troopers elsewhere. Yeah! Scoot that a little bit forward. You know, something that's kind of uncomfortable to animate is the fact that eyes actually don't move smoothly at all. Like if you look at a close-up of somebody's eyes as they're moving, it's all twitches. Crazy. Dan, that and South Park way back when it was brand new. Damn, I remember that. People in my elementary school were quoting it. I was like, huh, I'm probably too young for that. Luke, my parents are scared of Ultra Kill purely based off of the title without even looking into the game. It's based on Dante's Inferno. I'm murdering demons and sinners. It's like Doom. I am he who descends into hell and fucking sweeps. Right. Doom. Fucking Doom. You are killing the demons and living things. Yeah, it's like any involvement with them is like sin or whatever, because, you know, for a lot of people to like they you know, I think a lot of people end up subscribing to very linear ideologies and very like rigid, with very rigid rules, because it makes it so that they don't have to think as hard. It takes a lot of effort to actually like give a shit and think. You know what I mean? My parents hated Doom. Closest I got as a kid was Chex Quest. Although, in fairness, Chex Quest fucking ripped. Okay? I love the shit out of Chex Quest. That game was awesome. He was like, it's glorifying hell. We just can't have that. Yeah. Dan, oh, but hey, the Chronicles of Narnia was okay because the author was horny for Jabus. Oh yeah. Chex Quest was dope. Yes. It was phenomenal. It was really good because Doom was really good. Yeah, man. My dad wasn't that flavor of Catholic. My mom is Jewish and my dad's Catholic, so I had a kind of interesting upbringing. Like we celebrated like the Jewish holidays, and we also celebrated the Christian holidays. It's really funny too because my dad was really like, if I was even marginally religious, he would have been such a godsend, right? Because he went so far out of his way. Like, he legit, like, we were in mass and we always stood in the back of the room so that we could dip during a specific part of, like, say like a less important part of the sermon, so that he could kind of break down the meaning behind the what was being said and everything like that, the passages and whatnot. But the thing is, I wasn't paying attention to, sorry Dad, I wasn't paying attention to the priest, and then I wasn't paying attention to him, so it was like 2 degrees away from like internalizing any of the shit that he was sharing with me. So I was just like, just kind of stomping around. I was just thinking about like Mega Man and shit. Nothing has changed. It's so funny. Dan, here's a fun one for you. I have a copy of Exodus for the Game Boy. It's an unlicensed religious game by Wisdom Tree, who got their start making unlicensed porn games, but the kicker is how got Exodus. How I got Exodus. How you got Exodus. I literally shoplifted it from a Christian bookstore. Oh my god, the Dan lore is phenomenal. Still have it. I hope it bankrupted the store. Yeah, eat shit. Kenj, as long as we were physically in church, my dad was fine. He didn't care what else happened or like a relationship with us. Just had to physically be there. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, my dad was like, well, because he's neurodivergent and his special interest is religion and religious history, regular history, and planes. My man, my dad can tell you exactly what kind of plane it is from the sound of the engine. And he looks up and he's always right. It was really interesting. In other news, we beat Super Metroid as far as the soundtrack's concerned, so that's pretty cool. Because what fucking poor kid shoplifts a Christian Bible game? Right, that's like... it's really funny. Moment of truth, guys. We're gonna see Samus in a swimsuit. Whoa! I always thought it was kind of like, when I started actually like kind of understanding more things, I was just thinking about how like, it's pretty fucked up to sort of like use seeing a woman's body, you know, a strong female character. It's kind of, you know, less progressive to make seeing her in her bathing suit reward for a game, kind of like, you know, undoes a lot of the positivity that could come from, you know, having a super cool, strong, powerful female character. Kind of little pretty big asterisk there, don't you think? But like, you know, it's like what's her face, Jane Lynch, is that her name? She's like, as a feminist, I am outraged by these images. As a lesbian, I am delighted. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, girls are pretty. Oh man, people are pretty. I'm against this intellectually and morally, but visually, that's pretty nice. You know what I mean? I'm not a good person. Well, I try. It's fine. People do be pretty. You know what I mean? It's like, damn it, I could be mad at this, and I am in some ways, but also, you know, I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. I never saw that ending myself on my own merit and my own skill, but it's fun. I mean, also, it's kind of crazy to have like what was once the result of beating the game, right, in original Metroid. What was originally like, you had to wait for the entire game to be over for that payoff of like, oh my god, it's a woman, that's awesome, whoa, what, you know what I mean, right? I'm sure a lot of dude bros were pissed back then. Whoa, I've been playing as a girl this entire time. At least she's in a bikini. But you know what I mean? But like, what was once the reward for beating the entire game was then like every single time you died in Super Metroid, like, oh my god, whoa, it's a pretty lady. Dan, I try to be very sex positive and progressive, but I still find myself holding myself to shitty church/progressive standards. It's so weird how much we are creatures of context, feedback, and habit. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you know, when you stop, the second you stop putting in active effort, right? You can feel the things that you were taught when you were young by the actions of your parents, even more than if you even had parents, by the actions of the people around you, even more than like what they taught, right? You feel that shit seeping out of you because it's still in there. Like, you know, like why bread gets moldy, right? You know, it's because of shit that's been there the whole why food gets moldy in general is because shit that's been there and the air particles are within them the entire time. Was just given enough of what it needed to turn the substance it was inhabiting foul, right? It's like, I don't know, it's just really, it's crazy. There's a lot of shit. Same, you know what I mean, Dan? Same, where it's like there's a lot of stuff that you like. I find myself thinking, and I'm like, where the fuck was that? Ew. No, we're not there anymore, right? Various poisons, not necessarily of our choice, that we kind of internalized from who was around us and why. Kenj. I think about how the mouth breathers freaked out about Ghost of Yote. Main character is modeled off the actor, and Erika Ishii is beautiful. I like Erika Ishii. They're great. Also, they them, yeah, super cool. I'm fairly certain. Anyway, Dan, I can be in a situation where it is not just okay to ogle at someone attractive, and it's a positive thing. But even in a situation like that, I still have the programming that I shouldn't do that. I don't judge the people around me for it, but it's hard to switch that off internally for myself. Yeah. And I mean, like, the human sexuality is just really fucking complicated. It would be complicated without the sort of overbearing puritanical nature of, the overbearing puritanical nature of our broader society, right? Western society specifically. That flavor is what I'm referring to, though there are many flavors. But like, it would be complicated enough without that, and with that, it is just so goddamn, like, I would say treacherous is a good way of putting it. And it makes weird monsters out of people sometimes, and it causes a lot of strange frictions that you wouldn't necessarily, I don't think there's a lot of shit that I don't think would be as abundant or, as terrible as it is in this sort of like weird twisting of human sexuality. Really odd. Dan Atkins, did you see the uproar about Horizon Forbidden West before it came out? The whole thing about thin microhairs that every human being has all over their body was wow. I mean, if you ever had to have the fact that these people have never interacted with a woman in person, or choose to ignore simple facts, or have the powers of observation of a blind goldfish, if you ever needed something to illustrate that, there it is. So funny. And tragic, also. Okay. Only 3 frames. That's all it takes, man. That's all it takes, baby. A lot of dudes showed they have never been close to it. Exactly, Kedge. Whoops. Luke, I only didn't like the idea of thin microhairs because they take up more performance resources than they're worth. I can see that, yeah. It's like, come on, man. It's processing power. And then let's do a little smear over here. Another little trick that I picked up. And again, what you learn, anything you learn from me is just from my own personal style. It's probably, like, maybe I'll be changing my tune if I ever become a quote unquote like real boy, real professional. Like, I don't know what if things that I'm saying are no-nos as far as like pros are concerned, but what I enjoy looking at and what I have found works quite well is look for circles. The bouncing ball trick when you're animating, right? The really, really classic fundamental exercise for trying to make your movements more dynamic. What the hell was that? Ooh, is the sound effect real? Oh, no, I see. If I ever become a real boy, I'm a real boy. But the bouncing ball exercise exists for a reason, right? You can just find circles in your piece and treat them as you would the bouncing ball. And so everything you learned about distorting things with velocity, you can apply to that. Eyes are just a series of small circles, so I use them for sort of anchors a lot. What's up, Ham? You didn't miss too much. We've been bitching about, AI and stuff, and talking about human sexuality and how fucking weird it is, and the church and all that stuff. So I guess you did miss a lot. But anyway, good to see you. How you doing? LMR. I mean, I got pretty pissed off at the Like a Dragon Ishin remake on Unreal Engine because the individual hairs of the characters' eyebrows were modeled. Like, no one will fucking notice the difference between fully modeled eyebrows and textures, and the modeled ones just give the computer more shit to compute for no reason. Yeah, fuck the patriarchy. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of content, lol. You can watch the VOD. I don't watch VODs myself. Usually. Unless it's Moose, because you can just put it on in the background. But because I'm a yapper by trade, I know as a bully by trade, you also like being live. Oh shit, HD. But yeah, I hope your workday was pleasant, Ham. I swear I'm gonna make an HD emote once you can. You please must. You must. You must. But I was saying, pro tip or freelance tip for animating. If you use circles that you have as if they were the bouncing ball from the classic exercise, eyes are a really good place to start to figure out sort of the larger sweep of a smear frame. I always start with the eyes, if there are any. I watch VODs in case you guys are gossiping about me. In case! Also, I am still very much at work law. Yeah! Yeah! Just not out on site anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Debauchery. Smear frames are love. Smear frames are life. Favorite part about animating. Oh no, did we drop? Shit. Eyes are balls. Look at Black over here flaunting their lack of of astigmatism. It's OBS is struggling. Are we still here? What alert is this? This is the new follower alert. Check it out. Let me just scoot in real quick. It's not complete yet, so I have to do it in segments. He's looking around. The big figure shows up behind. Oh my god. Turn around. It's you! Did it? Yeah! And he has the same face. Yeah. That's what they call the upper half of the face. The facial scrotum. Yes. Ah, you hit me right in the face scrot. I always wondered about that, yeah. Yeah, now you know. Blackfoot streams are educational. We're listening to the Super Metroid soundtrack. That's what this very ominous music is in the background. Woo, you learned a thing. This is like the tail end of it, so I'm gonna swap over to the Kirby Superstar soundtrack. Kirby Superstar. OST. Got about an hour left, and I think it's about an hour, so that would be great. Remastered. Fuck out of here, dude. I hate extended soundtracks. I'm sorry. I hate it. Is this it? 8 games in 1. Ah! I'm going so fast! Kirby Superstar! Yeah, the forehead is the facial taint. I've heard that. Thank you, Dan, for being so informative. Yeah, LMR knows what's up. Yeah, so especially for like a turn like this, there's a lot of overlap for the eyes, so I like really getting silly with it. The Meta Knight ending theme. Oh my god. And yeah. I'm your resident boy partologist for the stream. Thank you. Marx's theme is insane. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh my god. And it's in like 11 or some shit. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's in 5. Yeah, it's in 5. It's so good. Girls don't have facial taints? Oops, I meant body partologist. See? There you go. Yeah, Kirby, Jun Ishikawa is actually one of my favorite composers of all time. I cannot overstate my appreciation for his work in Kirby Superstar. Kirby Robobot is a great reprise of a lot of those themes and the returns of a lot of the best themes from Kirby 64. Kirby 64 is a masterpiece in so many ways, but the soundtrack really makes it sing, in my opinion. Literally, ha 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 ha. Me like Kirby jamming out. Did you see the Galactic Nova redesign for the Air Rider sequel? I saw one still that you posted of it in the Blecking crew, which not sure how I feel about it. It's greebled to shit, which, you know, makes sense for something that big, but also I don't know about it, you know what I mean? Oh, factory inspection. It's so good. That song is insanely, fucking incredible. Yeah, next stream I'll put on Kirby 64. I think I put it on fairly recently, so I didn't this time. But yeah, oh my god, it's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. Jesus. It's just amazing. Whoops. Dude, that's such a good ringtone. Yeah, it's really good. Is Kirby sleeping right now? Oh, it's Godot's theme from Ace Attorney. Boy, you must want coffee all the time then. It's been a while. I watched a playthrough of the Ace Attorney games a while back. I was thinking about when and if I want to stream them myself because they're still pretty fresh in my the cases themselves are still fairly fresh in my mind. So I was like, I feel like I just remember the answer at this point. So I want to be careful. I like providing an honest experience. Like if I'm playing a game for the first time, like if I had to choose between playing a game on my off time and then playing on stream, I definitely want to like experience it for the first time with chat. Because I think there's something really special about that, right? Seeing someone react to a game for the first time, you're like, wow. Especially if you've already played it and you're like, wow. Hobby Ham was actually just talking about that as like a personal thing that she really enjoys, where it's like seeing people make their first Minecraft hut. You were saying it last stream, you were like, I love seeing people experience a game that I know really well for the first time. You took your headphones off? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, where it's like and I think if you have the chance to provide that experience as a streamer, it's a unique opportunity and it should be explored, in my opinion. Hey Lamar, the Ace Attorney fandom have some talented composers. Someone made a rendition of Godot's ringtone that actually sounds like a real phone. Like that old chip you had in the old Nokias, because in-game they just got like a marimba MIDI instrument as a stand-in for a real chiptune. Interesting. Yeah, I've never played any games all. Yeah. This song's so good. Alright, we check the smear. I need more ease. More ease. I think rather than having it, I think I need to make it more of a direct path for each pupil. Even though there is curvature to the turn, it's going to read better. And you want to always approach, I mean, what I've heard from like actual professional animators is legibility is like the most important thing. You want it to be understood, your gestures that you're doing and everything like that. LMR, I own a real DS copy of Superstar Ultra. I really wish that was on consoles too, TBH. Yeah. Fresh. It's true, I have received money to make animations and art. It's true. Technically professional. But, whatchamacallit? The closest thing we have right now, LMR, is, in my opinion, a very worthwhile experience to explore, which is the original Superstar for Super Nintendo in the Nintendo Switch Online virtual console. And you can play it. You can play it there. If you already got a freaking membership, you got it. Mods kiss Black on the mouth with the might of the sun itself. Whoop! It just like disintegrate. All that remains is my lips for a second. They're like, wow. Crumble to dust. Yeah, it's a lot better. I'm actually going to thin out this segment of the eye real quick because it's a little bit too bulbous. I mean, I have Superstar for Super Nintendo too, but the DS version was super good. The extra stuff they added was really tasty. It was really good. Dan, I received money to beat GoldenEye and write custom erotica, both before I was 18. Wow. The trajectory was set at that point. Hubbyham, I mean, your mod is your wife. It seems feasible. She's at an appointment right now. Hobbyham at Dan. Sounds illegal, but okay. Dan at Hobbyham. Sounds parasocial to me. Yeah, very parasocial. And we're not being modded right now? I mean, I'm a moderator. So that's something. I think Animort's technically a mod, but I don't think he's here anymore, so yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Pooping! Pooping unburdened. Are you? I don't know. I mean, I have mod views, so yeah, I guess so. Hashtag fart, hashtag fart. Keep your farts in your pants, ham. Chat, point at the streamer and say goober. Dude. I should probably turn on a light in here. It's getting dark. Black is a mod who allows us to say fuck my wife in chat. What you do with your wife is your own business, okay? The mods aren't here. We're gonna riot. No! Ham, I think that would put my coworkers onto me. Yeah. Careful about letting those farts fly free. Hashtag free the fart. I'm gonna have to, let's see. There needs to be one frame of ease between these, but I want to start with the, just gonna start with the smear. No pointing and calling you a goober allowed. Oh, I see, I see. Chat, engulf black in the darkness. Nope. I fart freely on my own time. Ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna fart. Down in Pumpkin Hill, I gotta find a Walmart. I used to love pooping on company time when I was still in the office. Same. I'm gonna turn on a light in here. Barely helps. I'm gonna go turn on. What if your smear frame ended and your eyes were just permanent like that for life? Just like long ass eyes. Yeah, that'd be something. Would you see in a panoramic view like a goat or a bovine? I'll be right back. It's so bright now. Oh, heavens. Hi, Ham. How's the riot going? Let's order 20 pizzas on Black's social security card. No! That's a lot of ugly little guys. Riot's going okay. Okay, cool. Good. Glad to hear. You winning, son? Luke, I feel like if you had eyes like that, you'd see in permanent motion blur. That sounds horrible and also accurate. Credits going like this. LMR, well, I fucking hate everything that Nintendo stands for now. Man, do they have some talented ass artists. Yep. Aren't goat eyes tubes? Are they? I know they're like this. They got the little woodly wangles. Wow. Oh yeah, goats don't have top teeth. Little baby goat. Dude, floppy ear goats are literally the best. They're the best. Yo. Good old goats. I feed goats lettuce. I've fed them lettuce before. Chat, kiss the goat. Kiss him. Oh, give me 1 second. I think Moxie's back. I'm just gonna put up the BRB screen just in case. I don't think it's gonna be longer than 5 minutes though, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's up? What's up? What's up? Did you miss me? Don't answer that. Unless the answer is yes, in which case, please answer. Welcome, Moxie Moth. Welcome, Moxie Moth. Hello. Goat eyes, goat eyes, goat lies. Well done, Kange. Well said. Have you seen through goat eyes? Can you say with certainty that they don't see in permanent motion blur? Says Luke at Ham. Yeah, it's a really makes you think. I missed that before. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah. Dan, did anyone here with a religious upbringing ever see the music video for that big Christian song / movie, Riot? Righteous Invasion of Truth. Ugh. What a name. And you're welcome for the Kirby music returning. Dynablade, yeah. The bridge is, it hits so hard. This is about to be really weird looking. Every time people say Riot, it reminds me of that awful Christian song. Wow. I really like Dynablade. I think that's a really strong game among the 8 games in one. Oh, by the way, especially LMR is going to appreciate this. One of the main ideas I have for a game at this point draws more inspiration from Kirby Superstar than any other game. And maybe someday I'll be able to actually realize that dream. I've been cooking up ideas for it for so long. I see we're having a smear frame. Boy, howdy, we sure are. Oh, yeah, check it out. So this is the follower alert I'm working on. Right. Looking up. Looking over. Spooky figure. Oh, God. It's her back. It's you. Yeah. I don't know how much space I have for a video, but it should be pretty snappy when all's said and done. Aside from Milky Way Wishes, yes. You know, I didn't used to like Great Cave Offensive as much. Now it's one of my favorites. I think part of it is literally just because the music is generally slower paced. And I'm so momentum driven and so like LMI, I don't think I would have been that happy to get a flashlight in my eyes, TBH. No, you're starting that happy, right? So you're so happy to be here that nothing can get you down. Even a complete obliteration of your night vision. This song's so happy. But yeah, Milky Way Wishes is so fucking good. The idea of having permanent powers you could just choose from. I don't know about you guys, but I was really into Dragon Ball Z and Toonami and stuff back in the day. Right around when Kirby Superstar was... I was playing that through my entire childhood. Dragon Ball Z came out around that time. And so I would always go... I would pretend that I was like... You know, like I'm using fighter ability. And then when I switched to Plasma, it's me reaching Super Saiyan and shooting Hadoukens and stuff. Yeah. That was fun. It was really fun. My day be so fine, then boom, permanent damage to eyesight. Yeah. Kenj, see, the flashlight in the eyes is a metaphor for how fucking dazzling Black is. Radiance. Oh my god, the fucking... Yes! Yes! It's Marshmallow Castle. This is one of my favorite songs in the game. It's so funky, dude. I think it's Marshmallow Castle. It's so obscenely funky. I'm actually probably gonna turn it up for myself real quick because it's so good. This one. Yeah, it's really, really good. So this is kind of weird. I like putting basically like for especially frames like this where the character's hair is mirrored. Give me the mirror. Shenmue, anybody? Anyway, say like my hair is gonna be in the same position but opposite sides, right? So sometimes just to make it feel more sensible, because the reason animation works at all is because your eyes are constantly doing calculations, stitching bits of reality that it's perceiving together. And then it's doing math retroactively, kind of, to sort of put together, oh, I see how this got here, right? Which is why frameless transitions can work, because your brain, like, I understand this is this in this position. I understand it's this is the same thing in different position. So it's like what you're doing when you're animating something by stringing a series of similar shapes together in a sequence that imitates life. You're creating an illusion for your brain's digesting of information it's getting from its eyes. So I really, really like doing weird shit with smear frames. Oh, hey, it's the Binky Fish theme. Binky Fish. I always like that. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool sounding. It's so good. It's so good. I always think about that Knuckle Joe that's kind of like shuffling at you in the very beginning. He's like, whoa, you get fighter! Oh my god! Yeah, that's great. It's so good. Junichi Kawa always coming in clutch with the MIDI trumpets and shit. Dude, like, I don't know if he plays bass or he's just a bass enthusiast, but I feel like a lot of the time, the merit of a composer comes down to the composition of the bass line. And Junichi Kawa's bass lines are fucking fire, like, all the time. I love this song. I love this entire soundtrack. This puts me in a good mood. This is absurd! What genre is this? I don't know. It's awesome. So bubbly and frenetic. Little key change. Another key change. And we're back. We're dancing. Smear frames are the best. Yeah. I'm gonna have a really long eyebrow for a second. Don't be alarmed. Happens all the time. One of the things that I can't fucking stand, like, it irks me more than most things, which is a long list of things that irk me because, as we have mentioned earlier in stream, I have been known to be a bit of a curmudgeon heap. Anyway, is when people who aren't animators show a still of a smear frame and they're like, what were they thinking? It's like, take the smear frame out, go ahead, see what happens. I know, me? No. Is when people are like, look at how stupid this looks. It's like, okay, do me a favor, right? Watch the news or a political conference or something, right? Pause at any point while someone's talking. You'll get shit like, or, you know what I mean? Shit looks weird because the transition from expression to expression, even for something as minimalist as just speaking in a conversation, there's a huge amount of elasticity of the human face. You're like, why is this weird distortion here? Literally do this. Look at this. Oh, does this look like a hand constantly? No, there's a blur. It's a distortion. You're literally, like, the human eye is not fast enough to actually see something like a high-speed camera. So there's actually this weird distortion of reality that's presented without distortions in a lot of movies, and they add motion blur back in when they have to because everything's shot in HD, like high-speed cameras that don't blur. That's not how reality works. That's not how our eyes work. Shit blurs constantly. Look at photo anyone ever took of me at an event, said Ham. But you look at this photograph. But you know what I mean? Like, this is a smear frame. When I'm moving too fast, there's blur, there's distortion. Like, smear frames are not only fun, they're necessary and accurate to life. You mean you could exaggerate them, as you should probably in animation, make it snappier. Now I'm pretty sure you just look like that. Just like blurring and you can't perceive me. Eldritch Blackfoot. But it's so frustrating to hear people who don't know shit trying to talk as if they're fucking experts or whatever. God. And this is coming from somebody who is not an industry professional, who barely knows shit. But, like, I have respect for the art form, and I'm trying my best to get good at it. And these chuds that are just like, stupid guy can't draw because someone's actually bothering to fucking do what they're supposed to in animation is just so goddamn infuriating. It's so absurd. Sit the fuck down and actually, like, read or, like, pay attention to something for once in your godforsaken life. Luke, Black, you know how you were talking about fan art earlier? Oh, I made something during stream. It's in your creation. This Kirby music is exactly how I'm feeling. Oh shit, I checked Discord and Moose just went live. You know what we're going to be doing at the end of this stream, baby. Raiding your boy. Oh my god. Complain not of a lack of fan art. For if you do, fan art you shall receive, and it will be shit. Look at the fuck. Thank you. The pupils are there, but very small to denote intensity. Thank you, Luke. Yes. I love fan art, man. It's great. It really means a lot. I mean, I would be doing art fight right now if I was not drowning in shit still. Such beauty, perfection. Thank you. It was fun in A Race Against Time. I was gonna say, I was like, damn, you must have busted it out quick. Really captured their essence. Yes, like a spindly nightmare Spider-Man being, not Spider-Man, like web swing, like a man who is also a spider, like Man-Bat as opposed to Batman. Yeah, Man Spider. Them Spider. I don't know. Cryptid Spider-Man. Yeah, exactly. This song fucking rips. The second round of Gourmet Race. Hope that's what's coming up. Yeah, this is an unsung hero of the the OST in my opinion. It's so good. Kind of mischievous. Hobby Ham. Yeah, what is the meaning of the vibe of the week? Oh yeah, it's an art prompt. Any medium, anything like that. It's just something that Ainimorte does for us, and you can participate in it any way you like. Take a photo, draw a picture, make something in Blender, do an animation, anything like that. Just a little something, you know what I mean? It's just a little something to entice people if they don't have anything to draw and they want something to draw. We're doing one a week typically. Ainimorte's been having a rough time, so like no pressure whatsoever. But I was really happy to see that because I was like, oh, he's alive. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Very fast. Always happy to see Ainimorte pop up. Yeah, especially considering it means he's alive, like I said. I keep getting caught up. Oh, I didn't hear this. It never plays this long because the stage is so short. I forgot there was like another whole part to this song. That's awesome. That's so much fun. Alright, now I gotta I'm probably gonna do this on a separate layer just to make it a little bit more convenient. I keep forgetting that I'm doing like a rough animation. And so I keep doing like just defaulting to my regular bullshit. This is what I mean about the bass lines. I'm like, oh, this dude knows how to fucking compose. It's almost like devious ska. It's not quite to klezmer, but like it's really fun. I guess I'm gonna have to have like a flash or like a lens flare here. Little those things, you know. I think maybe I'll just leave it as the flash for now. Oh, it's the tally for the score. I thought it was the start of Meta Knight's Revenge, and I got really excited. So, funny story about this song. I have it. My association with it is the fact that the kill screen for Gourmet Race leaves it on a freeze frame of Kirby holding like a little trophy. It's really cute, and there's like confetti falling, and King Dedede's like hunkered down on the side of the screen or whatever, right? But it's a freeze frame and it just stays there until you hit a button. So I would use that as a chance to draw Kirby, and that's where some of my best early Kirby drawings as a kid came from, is from the end of that and then the end of the arena. Oh fuck, you lost. From the end of the arena game, which is really some really fun memories. I played the shit out of this game. Hey, Great Cave Offensive. I find it offensive. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going to increase the curve of this real quick. I think I'm going Yeah, I think that's going to hit a little bit harder. The extra little spikes on it, I think, actually diminish it. So we'll erase it. Take a potato chip and eat it. Let's just kind of exaggerate that a little bit. Make that swoop intact. Again, this is a rough animation, so a little bit of drag is accepted. There's going to be some ease frames on either side of the smear, because if you're doing 24 FPS, 24 frames per second, or even 30, especially 30, you want there to be... It's kind of like the rhythmic equivalent of anti-aliasing for my pixel artists, right? It's softening the edges of where colors meet, or where an outline meets, stuff like that, so that you can offset the amount of angular crunch that you get from pixel art. It's called anti-aliasing. Whereas, say, like, if your character has a dark outline, right? Just making an example real quick. If your character has like a dark outline of multiple pixels, right? Let's do like that. Forgive the slipshod, kind of like pseudo pixel art. But say like you got a light color here and then the outline right here that's very crispy, right? You want this to be like a slightly, like a color between the two of them, and from a distance it ends up softening to the point where it actually like looks rounder, for example. That's anti-aliasing, right? Uneven squares, not in my pixel art. Yeah, I know, right? My pearls are clutched. Well, to make an example, I could open a pixel art program, but eat dicks. I only got my Procreate right now. I don't want to mess with that. But it's like that. I'd say ease, slow in, slow out is another industry phrase for it. I consider it to be a rhythmic version of anti-aliasing, if that makes sense, where essentially you are counteracting any potential crunch that comes from, like any abruptness. Like, see, this, for example, right? I'm going to actually wrap up probably with this. Show you exactly what I'm talking about, right? So let's get the onion skin frames down to 1. Squash that real quick. And also, Kenj, how do you klitch a pearl? Haha. Kenj, yes, Kenjamin, unserious art is being super serial at any given moment. Right, exactly. Well, I'm not being serious when I flip you off. I just think it's funny. We're collectively quite unserious in the Black Ink crew, and we love it. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm gonna start this motion. Find the space between these curves, right, as the edge of the face. Why so serious? He be licking. Oh, so serious. I think it's an interesting choice on the topic of Heath Ledger Joker. Rest in peace, by the way. On the topic of Heath Ledger Joker, by the way, I'm not sure if I love or hate the fact that he gave different origin stories for his. Well, no, how I got these scars, right? Unless he got like them over multiple instances, but like, I don't know. It would have. I feel like knowing an origin story is a little bit stronger than like, oh my god, we don't even know his origin story. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, whatever, we don't know. Which, if what he said was true, it just kind of deflates it for me a little bit. But That was a decision that they made, and I'm sure they knew the risk of making separate origin stories, multiple origin stories. And you Klitsch Pearls with fat thumbs. Thank you for asking. Great. I thought this was a community of serious artists. Yes. So serious. Let's, I like it. It shows that he's a liar / delusional and you don't know which and what is real with him. Right, like, it's a good... It's like a purposeful decision and it's interesting. But I actually do want to know. So I'm kind of just like, it's cool and it's interesting, but also, what is it? Tell me. I like the idea of him telling a load of different versions relevant to different situations and different characters, and I choose to believe the one he told Batman himself was the true one. That's cool. As an intimidation tactic. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're starting the distortion. From what I heard, Christopher Nolan never wanted the origin to be obscure, and he had a deal to never reveal it. And then gave an origin in the Joker 2. Then they gave it... Oh, really? Wait, the Joker 2? Oh, okay. Wait, is the Joker like the Joker movies with... Was it Joaquin Phoenix? And Lady Gaga or whatever? Are those in the same universe as Heath Ledger's Joker? The Christopher Nolan ones? Are those the same universe? I mean, he wanted it to be obscure. I see, yeah. They've already said that's a different universe, though. Yeah. Joaquin was meant as a prequel. Originally, but now it's a different universe completely? I don't know. So we got... This song is so beautiful. It's very quiet, though. Well, I guess they did a good job of making it obscure. Yeah. Making the ear a little bit thinner as it is disappearing. About 6 minutes left. I'm trying to try to finish this rough frame before then. The writer / director has been super vocal about the Joker movies being their own things. I just kind of stopped giving a shit about like superhero cinematic universes when there became too many Marvel movies for me to actually watch because I'm poor. Like, I'm already not a big movie watching guy for the most part. And then it was just like, oh my god, what the fuck? How am I supposed to catch up to all these? There's like 1,000 of them. I think the last one I saw was The Winter Soldier. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even see the one with Thanos. Oh, then I'm a big old dingus. I don't know, man. It's cool. You could tell me anything. I'm pretty gullible. And I'm very unlikely to actually pursue something in terms of research. So I was like, oh yeah, sure. Wow, my friend said this. Cool. Must be true. Oh, it's at 2? So you can see, and there's another thing about smear frames is there is honestly a time and a place for them. Like say the ease, the slow in, slow out, right? I'm gonna see right here if this drawing is even necessary or beneficial to the piece. Might have to do it at 30 FPS, which I believe the other one is anyway. I like 30 because you can cram a shit ton of smear frames into one. Yeah. Have you heard that Jack is 8 feet tall? It's true? Wow. It says gullible on your screen, Black. That's actually true right now because I read this on my screen. Whoa! Okay. Here we go. Dan, he also just plain didn't want to do the sequel, which has a lot to do with why it was the way that it was. It's like a Spider-Man 3 situation with Venom. It's like, I don't want to do Venom. They're like, you're doing Venom. He's like, okay, Venom sucks. Here's an emo boy doing a weird, awful dance at a jazz club. Yeah, he was pissed that so many people idolized the character in the first Joker movie because that wasn't the point. BoJack shit. Yeah, Kenjamin, then the director has no idea how the fandom interacts with the Joker. Yep. Hobby Ham, yes, Jack's 8 feet tall. Dan, I love soaking up behind-the-scenes film/cinema stuff. Shit fascinates me to no end. Real. Missing the point is what they do. True, Kenjamin. That's every fucking fandom. Luke, I'm aware that was a joke. Good, great. Nah, they got you. I got you. I'm so smart. Anyway. We got each other. Friends we made along the way. So here's what that looks like on 24 FPS. And here's what it looks like at 30, which is really snappy. Frames per second, 30. So I'm gonna lengthen the amount of time that these are held real quick to 10 altogether. There we go. I'll have it held even longer, and then yup, I'll hold this one for 10 total. So that's what it looks like with that little extra ease that I put before the really, really fast turn. Yup. You don't see that in the actual final product. This is what it looks like without it at 30 FPS. It's like breakneck. You see, at that speed, it's a little bit jarring. But it does work for like an extremely, extremely punchy effect. Whereas in 24 FPS, that actually works better, see? So yeah, there's a little fun example of slow in, slow out / ease, which is one of the 12 principles of animation, by the way. Dan at Hobby, you'll break your neck. We're all in this together. Luke, release me! That guy from God of War game that I haven't played yet. Dan at Hobbyham, I think you missed the trauma porn meme discussion earlier. Yeah, we were talking about 4chan, and Dan said something that might be fun is to, without describing what it is, name the thing that fucked you up the most as a kid from 4chan. And we were discussing that a little bit, and I was like, I realized I don't remember most of it by name. I told Black my idea for an emote I want. God damn it. We'll end with that. Go ahead. It's a shame that the stream's going to end before Meta Knight's Revenge. Kenj, at Dan, I just saw an ad for a Stargate revival, and all I could think was they should have put goatsy hands on that. So funny. Moxiemoth, I used to just get jump scared on funkyjunk.com. Man. Funny junk. Funky junk is better. I can't read. Dan at Hobbyham, I want a 3-piece emote of goatsy. One hand, the middle, and the other hand. And I said I'd have to upcharge for psychological damage. But I'm willing. Alright, it's 3:01, but Mad Knight's Revenge just started, so let's listen to that. And then I will skedaddle. See, it smear frame works. Have you guys heard the Grammy-winning arrangement of this song? Done by 8-Bit Big Band, as composed by, partially by Button Masher. It's really good. Dan, I'll have to find the photos, but I have some funny photos of that goatsy ornament on my Christmas tree. It's hand painted. That's so funny. I need an angry emote for responding to Dan. You have one, you fool. Or you mean for yourself? Angry. There you go. Better learning through science. Not enraged enough. How dare you? Oh, I see. I should have a disgusted black emote. Ugh. Like that Brutal Moose one that we got. It's real good. Song's fucking crazy. It does, yeah. Dead Inside works great. Yeah, for when you get emotes. Mm-hmm. It's that really awful, painful time before you actually have emotes. You're like, oh, I have so many. That's why I'm on Twitch, is for the funny emotes. Going to the beach. Yeah, tell your friends to follow Hobbyham so I can have emotes. Yeah. Hiring another artist that isn't me. They don't have to watch. Right, yeah. Come on. Hey, maybe I'll hire you for something else. I have so many nerdy tree ornaments. Wowzer. Hell yeah, Dan. I'm an artist that isn't black. Can't just like... I have no profile picture. Hell yeah. Alright. See that? Just look at the eyes. Here it is in full speed at 30 frames per second. Yeah. So that's it. Yep. A little bit of ease, baby. Jesus H. Dan. Dan at Hobbyham. I bet he could make a tub girl emote. Unfollowing Dan so I don't risk enabling Dan's emotes. Amazing. Moximoth, I'm an artist, but nobody asked. I love your shit, baby. Dan, I like that little dog laughing emote. Anyway, I'm gonna turn off the Kirby music. I gotta skedaddle. Been doing this for too long, my head's starting to hurt. It's fucking headphones and shit. Luke at Dan. I have a diehard one. It's tinfoil Willis duct. Has a light in the back behind the printed image of the scene. That's pretty cool, actually. Hobbyham. Maybe I'll hire Moxie and Jack or whatever, and whatever other artists are in their house, but not black. That would be so rude, but also hilarious. All right, I love y'all. You take care of yourselves. For those of you who don't know, I'm Nathan Blackwood, aka Blackvoot. I am an animator, artist, gamer, and musician. Here is where you can follow me if you aren't following me yet, which you should. There it is. Boop bop. Here's my music. This is where you can support me if you are willing and able to do so, and you aren't already throwing money at me through Twitch. If you want to circumvent Beezus, Mr. Beezus, those are good places to do it. Nobody uses Throne, but if you do, I'm vying for a PS5 so that I can actually like get out of the Stone Ages with my fucking PS4 over here. Last but not least, if you want to hang out with me, join the Blecking crew, baby, where all these amazing people in chat are currently hanging out, sharing pictures of cats and strange but wonderful fan art of me. Oh yeah, Mox. Also, by the way, you missed Siren Head Black. There he is, just so you can see it. I'll leave that up so you can take a look. Yeah, and I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Thanks for hanging out with me as I animate. And we're gonna raid Brutal Moose. So stick around after I toss up the farewell screen. After I throw up, stick around. Yep. See you next time. Whoop. It will be Freaky. No, Freaky Friday has ended with finishing Signalis, so we're gonna be moving back to Devil May Cry Day Friday, baby. That's what I'm fucking talking about. All right. See you next time. Bye.